Good morning and happy Monday. This is a little strange because I normally do my videos on Tuesday, but there is a 5-day challenge this week and each morning is going to have a short video. If you missed my post yesterday, this challenge is called Open Your Mind, and there are just a couple of short challenges because I find people have a hard time staying in a positive mindset. So I just wanted to do a couple of quick challenges, give you a little bit of information and some tools you can use. Morning, Monica, to try and stay in that state of maybe everything isn't as bad as it seems. So today is day 1 because it is Monday, and today I want you to think about your perception of other people, and this can extend to animals as well, because oftentimes when we react negatively to something that somebody else did, it has to do more with ourselves and our triggers than it ever has to do with them. So if you don't know your triggers, that's probably a good place to start. For some people, it's seeing people financially stable. For some people, if they're struggling, it could be seeing somebody get married and you're triggered because your family keeps trying to set you up with people and it's not going well. Or it could be somebody who's really healthy because you have had a lifetime struggle with food or your weight, and that makes you feel bad about yourself. But your feelings about that person have nothing to do with that person. They have everything to do with you. So what I want you to consider, if somebody does something that triggers you, so for example, if somebody says something that you interpret in a way that bothers you, again, it has nothing to do with them, but just consider what Brené Brown calls the most generous assumption. So if somebody says something that you interpret incorrectly, but you think that that's the right way to interpret it, take a minute and think about, what if they were coming from a good place when they said that to me? What if they meant that in a positive way instead of the way that I assumed that that's how it meant? Because I find a lot of times we just misinterpret what other people do, and it makes getting to know people really hard. So in terms of animals, I'm going to pick the most obvious example, breed-specific legislation. A lot of people, if they see a pit bull or a bully breed of any kind, they immediately either cross the other side of the street or just, avert their eyes and try and stay away from the dog. But oftentimes, the dogs are super friendly, and it has nothing to do with what they look like. Because I've met little dogs that are super aggressive and normal, non-bully breed looking dogs that are super aggressive. So it has nothing to do with the outward appearance or how you interpret it. Each animal and person is individual, and how you interpret them tells you more about your own perceptions in your own world than it does about them. So if you make the assumption that that person or being is doing the best that they can, so say they're struggling with something and they're in a bad mood that day, and they say something frustrated. Thank you, Monica. If they say something, they're in a bad mood and you catch them on a bad day and they say something snippy to you, it has nothing to do with you. Try to approach it from the assumption that they're doing their best. So they could be stressed out about something, and instead of reacting and saying, "Hey, why are you being such a jerk today?" you could say something like, "Is there something that I can help you with so that you're not as stressed out?" Because I find people won't say the things that are bothering them, but if you can interpret them by the way that they're acting, then oftentimes it builds a more intimate relationship with that person. So that is the challenge. So the easiest way to do it is pick someone that you either argue with a lot or don't get along with, or maybe you're out walking your dog and there's this other dog you always run into and you always walk away. and your dog is friendly and that dog is friendly, but you always walk away because that dog looks aggressive. Maybe next time, don't cross the street, and when you take your dog out, just take a minute and talk to the owner and just say, your dog looks really friendly, but I'm concerned because XYZ, and then ask if the dogs can meet each other, if everybody's friendly, because you never know when that could just make someone's day and completely change the energy of that routine for you. So try and approach it going through a new assumption and see how that goes for you, because you never know how something so simple could turn into the best part of your day or something that you really enjoy. Or now this person, suddenly you enjoy spending time with them where you used to avoid them completely. So that is today's challenge. I don't want to make the videos too long because last time I did a 5-day challenge, I ended up with a lot of background information and they ended up being really long. So I'm going to keep these ones shorter, but have a fabulous rest of your day. If you want to enter the challenge, you can either post each day under that day's video, or on the Friday video, post all of them. Up to you, but the winner will be announced on Saturday. I am going downtown Toronto for the Animal Rights March on Saturday, so if the winner announcement gets a little bit delayed, that's why. I will get back to you on Sunday at the absolute latest, but just so you know that ahead of time. Have a good day, Monica, and I will see you tomorrow. Instead of a regular live video, I'm just going to do day 2 of the challenge because having 2 videos and trying to do them at the same time is a bit much on Tuesdays for me. So I will see you tomorrow for the day 2 challenge. Have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.